Hello and welcome to another show and tell by me. My name is Peter and today we'll be looking at a Seiko Prospex Marine Master Professional with the number SBDX014G. It's also lovingly referred to as the Darth Tuna. Okay, let's have some stats on it first. It's an automatic movement with a manual winding mechanism. The case is titanium with rose gold color and black hard coating and ceramic. The band is silicone. The glass material is sapphire crystal, which is coated with an anti-reflective coating on the inside. This watch is water resistant to 1000 meters. The case diameter is 52.4. The caliber is Seiko's in-house 8L35. Which features hand winding capacity, a power reserve of about 50 hours. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. The movement has 26 jewels. It has a rotating diver bezel, obviously, and it has a screw-down crown. Those were the stats on this watch. So let's have a look at the watch itself. Well, first of all, I know in practically every show and tell that I do, I always end up saying this is an awesome watch and wow, it's built really well. And this I know, and people will say, you always say that, Peter. But it has something to do with the fact that I don't get paid to make these reviews. I don't get to keep the watches. I really don't get anything out of this. But I get to choose which watches I want to review. And therefore, the watches I review, I tend to already know I like, and therefore I end up saying, "Wow, I really like this watch," and "Wow, this is an awesome watch," and so on. So that's pretty much why I always end up saying things like that. They're pretty much the same things about many of the watches. And guys, here it comes. Wow, this is an awesome watch. It really is. But if you know anything about Seiko, you will know that the Marine Master series are awesome watches. They really are. They are, in people in the industry know that these watches are awesome, but still they're not that well known that an ordinary Joe who knows the Japanese watch brand Seiko, but he won't know what a Marine Master is, and he won't know the quality of the Marine Master, and that's a pity really. So this watch. Wow, this watch is awesome. It really is. It's one of my Grail watches. I love the fact that it's I love the look of the dark and the gold, the black and the gold together. It just brings out the best in this watch. I love the shroud. The shroud is beautiful. Everything on this watch is and this I say a lot also. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to say it again. It's really well made. I mean, look at the engraving on this. There's nothing. See that? That's beautiful. Really is. Everything just But again, this watch is not inexpensive. It is an expensive watch. It is. You're getting very close to luxury watch prices. And that's okay. That's fine in my book because it is a luxury watch. It really is. It's superb. Let's have a look at the back of it. There we have a beautifully engraved Seiko Tsunami, which is a trademark diver watch logo, and. I wish my telephone would focus. Anyway, it's the whole thing is just really well done. Now, one of the reasons that I call my show and tells is because I don't go overboard with talk of all the technical data, and I don't know all about the movement inside this watch, and that's why I leave that to other reviewers who really know. They think and dream watches when they sleep and so on. That's not me. I call them show and tells because that I am an average Joe, just like you guys, who just likes watches, and therefore I want to show you out there what watches are here, and have a look at that sweeping motion on there. It's beautiful. Anyway, apparently this has a new and improved lume bright, which apparently is supposed to glow 60% longer than the old one. Yeah, I haven't tested that obviously, so I don't know if that's true. But it is but Seiko have always been, well, I don't think I can show, well, already just by doing that you can see that, and it's Seiko have always been known for extremely good lume, and why should this be any different? I like the whole look of this. I like the dark and the gold. I like yeah, I like the watch. There's nothing here I could. Ooh, you guys, I don't know if you can hear this, but so tight and nice and precise. Really well made. Nothing cheap here. Wow, that feels like quality. You know, honestly, this feels like a Rolex. A newer Rolex. Some of the old ones really felt rickety and so on. But yeah, this is there's no slack here of any kind. It's really a beautiful watch. See there, the Prospex series logo one. Everything is very well machined. Even these small, yeah, I'm not quite sure what you call these in English, but they're also very nice. The the band is silicone. On their site, it just says it's silicone. I would have thought it would have been something like polyurethane or something like that, but it's very soft and pliable. This won't hurt your arm in any way. Very nicely done. I like the fact that, again, even though this is you know, close to being a luxury watch, it still has drill-through lugs, which again, to me, speaks of a watch that is actually you know, supposed to be used by normal people, so that you yourself can quickly change the band and put another band on of any of the kind that you deem that you need at this moment, and that's also a good thing. You know, it shows a layer of user friendliness that becomes is becoming of a tool watch, yeah. What else can I say about this watch? I'm very impressed. I knew I would be. I mean, you know, I've reviewed Marine Masters before, and they've never disappointed me in any way, and this one certainly hasn't. The whole watch is a pleasure, and I hope you think so too. I'll give you the wrist shot. If I can put it on with one hand, yes, I should be able to do that by now. It is a little top heavy though. There we go. And on it goes. Yeah, beautiful watch. This particular watch. Now I live in Denmark, and this particular watch was only, I think it was 6 or 7 of these watches that were imported to Denmark. So there's not a lot of them here. This particular watch was loaned to me by St. Nikolai Watches in Vejle. A very cool little watch shop with a large assortment of very good quality watches. So if you are in Vejle area, then check out St. Nikolai watches. I'm not saying this because I owe them anything. I don't. I don't get to keep any of the watches or so on. I'm saying it because I went there today and I to pick up this watch, and I must admit I was rather impressed with the watches he had for sale. It's a small shop, but they have a large assortment of everything, from Oris and cool watches. Anyway, so that was my little show and tell about the Seiko Prospex Marine Master Professional Duff Tuner. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this, if you are thinking about buying this watch, I hope that my little show and tell helped you out in some way. And if you like what I do, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. Well, with those words, Peter out, and catch you on my next show and tell. Thanks very much. Bye-bye, guys.